Okay, so you sent over this transcript. It's from a guy, Spencer, worked in an amusement park called Wonderworld for a long time.
That's the one. And yeah, it starts off sounding pretty normal, theme park job.
But then you get to the rules, the unwritten ones. And they are, wow, just not what you'd expect.
Right. Wonderworld itself, it opened back in the 80s, kind of like a slightly off-brand Magic Kingdom, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Kids apparently love it, but Spencer, working there, he saw all these oddities, things that didn't add up.
Exactly. So that's what we're diving into today. These strange rules Spencer describes, trying to figure out what they actually mean. What's going on behind the scenes at Wonderworld?
Let's start underground. Literally. He talks about this network of tunnels and hallways beneath the park, the underground.
Yeah, pretty standard for big parks, right?
Yeah.
Keeps the staff out of sight, lets them move around without breaking the illusion for the guests.
Totally. Makes sense. But
yeah,
Spencer says this underground is just wrong. It's illogical. Like doors that open onto solid walls, stairs that just go up to the ceiling. He says the maps are useless. They don't match the layout at all.
Huh. So it's not just confusing, it actively messes with your sense of direction. Like the physics are off.
Exactly. Which brings us to rule number 1. You always wear your employee ID when you're down there.
Yeah.
Always.
And not just for like security clearance.
No. He claims the ID itself somehow stops you getting lost.
Yeah.
Like if you wear it, the hallways feel shorter, the doors actually lead where they're supposed to.
Wow. Okay, that's strange. So the ID is like a key or a compass for this bizarre space.
Seems like it. He even tells this story about forgetting his ID once, went down there, got completely turned around.
And what happened?
Ended up popping out in a totally different section of the park.
Yeah.
Miles away from where he should have been, just disorienting.
So it really does affect navigation down there. It's not just superstition.
Apparently not. And then there's this story about Aaron, another employee.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
He went into the underground without his ID. They found him days later. Just completely traumatized. Wouldn't say what happened.
Days later. Okay, that's serious. No wonder Spencer emphasizes wearing the ID.
Yeah, he says after that he never took it off, not even above ground. Just always wears it.
Yikes. Okay, so ID badge is critical for the weird basement. What's next?
Rule number 2, always carry black licorice.
Black licorice. Okay. For what? A quick snack?
No, not for the employees. It's for the night visitor.
Night visitors. Who or what are they?
Spencer says they're not human. They only show up after the park closes, after sundown. And the rule is, don't ask questions, don't get curious, just accept they're there.
Okay, that's definitely creeping into strange territory. How do you know it's them?
2 things. They smell like old cigarettes, like stale smoke, and they always wear red coats.
Red coats and cigarette smell. Got it. Very specific identifiers.
Right. And if you encounter one, the procedure is strict. Don't look directly at them. Offer them a piece of the black licorice.
Offer them licorice.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then you just step aside.
Yeah.
Let them pass.
Yeah.
And crucially, don't watch them leave.
Yeah.
Just avert your eyes.
Like some kind of offering or award to keep them passive. The licorice, I mean.
Maybe. He doesn't really explain why licorice, just that you have to do it.
Huh. Okay, so we have IDs for the weird tunnels, licorice for the non-human night visitors. This park is something else.
It gets weirder, especially for the night shift folks. There are rules just for them.
Oh, like what?
First one, every single evening you have to leave 3 candied apples at the base of the Ferris wheel.
3 candied apples? Why?
Spencer heard it might be connected to an accident during construction. Apparently a worker fell from the Ferris wheel structure and, well, died.
So it's like a memorial, or maybe trying to appease a ghost. That's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, it adds a layer of tragedy to it. And the second night shift rule, this one really gave me chills.
Go on.
If you see a child walking completely alone in the park at night, you don't call out to them like you normally would.
Okay, so what do?
You approach calmly, offer them some cotton candy, and then gently guide them towards the main exit.
Seems, okay, a bit odd, but maybe they're just lost.
That's what you'd think. But Spencer adds this crucial detail. The employees are told they aren't real children anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay, not real children anymore. That is deeply unsettling. What does that even mean?
It doesn't know. Just that you offer the cotton candy, lead them out, and don't treat them like lost kids. Because there's something else.
Man. Okay, candied apples for the dead, cotton candy for the not real children. What's next on this list of workplace hazards?
White chalk. Always carry white chalk.
Chalk, like for drawing hopscotch.
Hey, not quite. This is for protection. If you're somewhere, maybe the underground, maybe just a quiet corner of the park,
Yeah.
and you suddenly feel a hand grab your arm, but there's no one there, and you smell that same old cigarette smoke.
The night visitor smell. Or something else using the same signature.
Maybe. The rule is,
Yeah.
you immediately take out the white chalk, draw a circle on the ground all the way around yourself.
Okay, like a protective circle.
Right.
From folklore.
Exactly. And then you have to stand inside that circle, completely still, for 1 full hour. No moving, no turning around. Just wait.
An entire hour. What happens if you step out? Or look behind you?
He doesn't say, but he does say it happened to him once. In the underground. Felt the grab, smelled the smoke, drew the circle, waited the hour.
Ah, was he okay?
Yeah, eventually the feeling passed. But later, when he could check, he had this perfect hand-shaped bruise on his arm where he felt the grab.
Whoa. Okay, so the chalk works, but the threat is definitely real. And physical, apparently.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No kidding. What else? Surely that's got to be the peak weirdness.
You'd think so. But then there's the rule about the mascots.
The park mascots. Like the big fluffy animal characters. What about them?
The rule is simple, don't talk to them.
Don't talk to them. Why not? Aren't they just employees in costumes waving and taking pictures?
Well, that's the thing. On the surface, yeah. Bright colors, cartoonish. Always waving, always in character. Totally normal park stuff.
But there's always a but with this place, isn't there?
Always. Spencer points out all these weird inconsistencies, like nobody ever sees them arrive for their shift or leave. There are no scheduled shift changes for the mascot characters.
Huh. How does that work? People can't stay in those suits forever.
Right. And nobody knows the names of the employees inside their suits.
Yeah.
They never seem to get dirty or need washing. And there's no storage area big enough for all those giant costumes. They just appear on the paths and then they're gone.
Okay, that is weird. Like logistically impossible almost. Where do they come from? Where do they go?
Nobody knows. But there's this persistent rumor, a really dark one.
Let me guess. It ties back to the park's opening.
Bingo. Right when Wonderworld first opened in the 80s, a group of 5 teenagers went missing in the area. Just vanished.
Okay, and don't leave me hanging.
And shortly after they disappeared, 5 new mascot characters suddenly appeared in the park. Characters nobody's seen before.
Oh no, you're not suggesting.
The rumor is either the teenagers' bodies are somehow inside those costumes, or maybe even weirder, the teenagers somehow became the mascots. Like they're trapped as these silent, waving figures.
That's horrifying. Either way, so the rule don't talk to them is because you might be talking to a missing person. Or worse.
Pretty much. Especially at night, or if you encounter one down in the underground. Just avoid interaction. Keep your distance.
I think I'd do more than keep my distance. I'd run the other way. Okay, this park's backstory needs some explaining. How did it even get built like this?
Well, Spencer touches on that too. The construction itself sounds like a nightmare.
How so?
It was apparently a super rush job. Investors breathing down their necks. Impossible deadline. Safety standards were, let's just say, compromised.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
And it was. There was this catastrophic incident. Scaffolding collapsed while they were pouring concrete for a major structure. Maybe the Ferris wheel foundation, maybe something else.
Oh God, what happened to the workers?
They fell right into the wet cement. Some were buried alive.
That's awful. Did they try to rescue them?
Here's the really grim part. According to the story Spencer heard, the company hushed it up, sealed off the area immediately, delayed any real rescue attempts because they didn't want the bad press right before opening.
They just left them there, in the foundation.
That's the allegation. Covered it up, finished the construction around it. There's no memorial, no official record, nothing. Just bodies supposedly sealed within the park structure.
That explains a lot. The weird feelings, the strange architecture maybe.
Exactly. Those doors to nowhere. Hollow walls, pipes that just end. Maybe they're parts of the construction that were hastily sealed off or built over the accident site.
It makes the underground's illogical nature seem even more sinister now. Like it's built on or around something terrible.
Yeah. And it all leads to the final rule Spencer talks about.
Yeah.
The big one, maybe.
Okay, what is it?
Never, ever break your employee contract.
Well, yeah, that's usually standard. Breach of contract is bad anywhere. What's different here?
He says the contract at Wonderworld is unusually specific and binding, beyond just normal employment terms.
Binding how?
People who try to quit before their contract end date, they tend to have accidents.
Accidents, like slips and falls.
Oh, yeah.
Or something more.
Things that conveniently injure them just enough that they can't leave. broken leg, serious illness, things that keep them tied to the park, maybe needing its medical facilities or just unable to travel. It stops them from breaking the contract early.
So you're basically trapped until the end date. That's like indentured servitude almost.
Pretty much. He stresses that the contract does have a clear start and end date. You work your term, you're free to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to renew. But if you do choose to renew, maybe for the money, which he admits is good, you're locked in again. The whole cycle starts over.
And Spencer, where is he in this cycle?
His contract is almost up, like days away when he recorded this. And he is crystal clear. He is leaving, he's done his time, and he is not renewing no matter what they offer. He wants out.
I can't blame him. After everything he described, it sounds less like a job and more like surviving a haunted house you can't easily leave.
Right, so just to recap the madness, use your ID to navigate the impossible underground. Keep licorice handy for the smoky, red-coated things you can't look at.
Leave candied apples for ghosts by the Ferris wheel. Offer cotton candy to the not real anymore children wandering at night.
Draw chalk circles as something invisible grabs you.
Oh.
Never ever talk to the possibly undead mascots.
And whatever you do, don't try to quit before your time is up unless you fancy a mysterious accident.
It's quite the employee handbook, isn't it?
It's absolutely wild. Spencer's account paints this picture of a place where, yeah, the everyday stuff happens, but it's interwoven with this deep, unsettling layer of the paranormal or something else. These rules are like survival guides for a reality that's fundamentally broken.
It really makes you stop and think.
Yeah.
You know, about the places we just walk through every day. Malls, offices, parks.
Yeah, what kind of hidden rules or forgotten histories might be layered just beneath the surface? Things we don't see.
What unseen agreements are we participating in without even realizing it? It's a pretty compelling thought.
Definitely. This whole Wonderworld situation, based on the transcript you shared, it's a stark reminder that maybe the normal world isn't always as straightforward as it looks. There could be hidden depths anywhere.
A slightly chilling thought to end on. Thanks for walking us through the weirdness of Wonderworld.
Anytime. It was certainly memorable.
And for everyone listening, maybe look a little closer at the ordinary places around you. You never know what secrets they might hold.